My famous line at the time was, "I don't need a boyfriend." Well, from the minute I met you, I quickly figured out that you were who I was waiting for all my life.
I think it's safe to say that that plan changed after 1/27/18. That night will forever hold a place in our hearts, and those quesadillas with extra jalapeno sauce from Taco Bell will forever be the best I've ever tasted in my life. When I first laid eyes on you at AT Wally's, although I tell everyone that your knees buckled when you first walked in, I think it's safe to say that figuratively mine buckled as well after seeing that infectious smile you always light up the room with.
You are my soulmate. I truly believe God has a plan for everyone and that things happen for a reason. He knew I needed you before I did. You came into my life during a time of chaos and have become my constant. Your love makes me a better person, and my life is simply better with you in it. We don't fall in love by choice, love chooses you. I think we both have learned that it happens in the best, most unexpected ways. It's wild to think about how much we have grown and accomplished together in the last 4.5 years. We went from living off Taco Bell and sleeping on a mattress on the floor in the dining room to our soon-to-be new house that we are going to make our home.
Where do I even begin with this wild ride we've been on for the last 4.5 years? You name it, we've done it. From lacrosse games occupying many of our weekends every spring, to countless weddings and boat days in the summer, to Notre Dame football games in the fall, and Syracuse basketball games in the winter. From traveling to Hawaii, California, Nashville, many places in between, I know we both can say that wherever we go, we found our favorite place on earth to be Naples, Florida, which just so happens to be the place where you said I do on the windiest day ever.
The love you knew has gone. My dear, each breath seems like a curse.
Not many people can say they've been together since the moment they met, or let alone met on a blind date. And yes, we can forever stick to the story of how my knees buckled when I first saw you. What I think happened that day on January was destiny. At that moment, I would never have believed that the man waiting on me on that bar stool with 3 cold McUltras would be the same handsome man waiting for me at the altar.
I see you. I hold your pain. There's beauty in your scars. The paint your tender heart like a work of art. My dear, your nerves numb to the touch. Your fear binds your
Growing up, we were raised to be as siblings. If you were to ask Beth or Barb how many children they have, their answer would be 6 without blinking an eye. We did absolutely everything together, from movies, sleepovers, bowling. And of course, if Danielle and I wanted to play dress up, you bet the boys would have to participate.
mind tossed by the waves, unsure if you will find a place that's safe to free you to be you.
That's right. Before I I begin, I wanted to say that I'm surprised we made it through the pictures this afternoon without Craig screaming his head off and going crying to Mom. For those in our family, if you recall when Craig was younger, he would always go and cry to Mom, and there's probably not a family picture without tears in Craig's eyes.
When we met in April for a brief moment, the one thing that came through loudly and clearly is how protective you are of one another. And you should be. We live in a very, very difficult place these days, the world. Protective and caring. Sheltering. That's what couples do for each other. They hold each other close. They are each other's best friends. We heard from St. Paul today that love is patient, it is kind, it endures all things, it hopes all things. Love never fails. The care with which you prepare yourselves for a day like today is only the beginning of many days ahead. The good and the difficult. The rich and the poor, sickness and health. In a few moments you'll exchange vows for a lifetime, of promises that you are enough for me. You are my best friend. You are the other half of my heart. You make my heart beat every single day faster because I am with you. I, Craig.
I, Craig,
Take you, Danielle,
take you, Danielle,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
I promise
I promise
to be faithful to you
to be faithful to you
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
in sickness,
in sickness and in health,
to love you and honor
to love you and honor you
you all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
Amen.
Amen.
I, Danielle,
I, Danielle,
take you, Craig,
take you, Craig,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
I promise
I promise
to be faithful to you
to be faithful to you
in good times and in
in
bad,
good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love you and honor you
to love you and honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
I want to introduce him up for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Craig Beck.
When we were younger, you started all with a look you gave, spread over and over among us. When we were younger,
To my family, specifically my mom and dad, Mark and Kathy, I just wanted to say that I know that Craig has always been your favorite son. Mainly because you always volunteer to coach his youth sport team and not mine. But I'm not jealous. I know that Craig was the baby that needed to be coddled a little more. A trip to Haleakala National Park was during our trip to the lava fields. I realized that Craig and Danielle were made for each other. At the end of the trail, there was this natural archway that great spots for pictures overlooking the Pacific. But to get over to it, you had to take a narrow path where if you slipped, you were going to fall in the ocean. Without hesitation, both Craig and Danielle headed towards the path and made it together. It was then that I knew that they were right for each other, and together they could do anything.
Craig, I have said this to Danielle once or twice, and when I say it, I definitely mean it. You are the calm to her storm. You take her whirlwind of a life and bring her back down to a happy medium, which is exactly what she needs. I am so incredibly happy that you chose one another as lifelong partners, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for you.
I know I felt like this before. It reminds me what I've been missing here. Every memory, every more, it reminding what I've been missing here. We'll cut our names in the sidewalk of life. We'll leave our mark for everyone behind. You've got your friends, I got mine. We're a big happy family, dancing through time. Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. We're gonna light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up.
A few weeks later, I got to meet this mystery man, and honestly, I knew there was something different the second he walked in. Right from the start, Craig has shown all qualities that I have prayed Danielle would find in her future husband. He is patient. He is passionate about everything he does, big and small. He is loyal to the ones he loves. And honestly, he's just simply an all-around great guy.